What is going on, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be continuing our coverage at the old Civil War battlefield. Now, I'm not going to make this a very long intro because we got a lot to cover in this video. I think this is going to be a different style video, but we'll talk about all that when we get down there to the battlefield. Guys, if you haven't seen part one, make sure you check it out where I do a basic rundown on the property and everything that we're covering. Guys, if you are new to the channel, consider subscribing to the channel. Don't forget to hit that like button. Without any further ado, let's get right into the episode. Alright, you guys, here's the very front of these trails. Got some information here if you guys want to pause the video and read some of this stuff. Some pretty interesting stuff. As you can see right there, the little stamp of Civil War trails. So let's go ahead and head on down these trails, and let's go ahead and talk about what we're going to be doing in today's video. Alright, you guys, we finally made it down here to this old Civil War battlefield. Now, what I want to do in tonight's episode is actually run some dowsing rods. I want to do a dowsing rod session. I also want to break out the voice recorder, see if we can capture some amazing EVPs, and also want to set up the camera on the field and run night vision, see if these spirits have the ability to show themselves. Maybe we can get some awesome apparitions out of this. But guys, I know it's awesome to set up all the equipment and watch it run and watch them light up and get all these cool responses, but considering this is one of the most haunted battlefields here in Virginia, I think doing this with a different approach, I think this will be very interesting. So let's go ahead, walk on down here to the battlefield, and let's see what all we can capture tonight. Alright, you guys, I'm at this one section right now where we looked at last time. What I want to do is kind of scan around this area. Now, this is a spot right here behind me that could potentially have bodies in it. Guys, in part one, I mentioned how they used to dig out these big ice pits, and this looks like a potential spot for that. This also could be a spot where they used to store the dead bodies. I really want to concentrate on this spot for part three. And again, guys, if you have not seen part one, make sure you check it out. We caught a lot of cool responses, a lot of amazing activity happened back here. But let's go ahead and scan this area. So I want to scan it with the K2 meter, but like I said, guys, I do not want to take up a lot of time. There's a spike right there. I really want to concentrate on this area for part three because it was confirmed in the last episode that there was bodies back. Oh, did you see that spike right there? If there's any spirits here, can you come up to me and touch this meter, please? Whoa, look at that. Thank you. That's crazy. Were you buried right here? Did they just dump your bodies here? Maybe you fought back in the Civil War? Was this a big dumping ground for the bodies? Bunch of frogs in here too. I mean, look at this. You can see how it's been dug. Whoa. Whoa, holy shit, look at that. That's freaking insane. Alright, I want to ask one question with the dowsing rods. Like I said, I don't want to spend too much time here because we are going to concentrate on this area in part three. So you guys stay tuned for that. Alright, you guys, as you can see, I got this big pit right here behind me. Now, what I have here is called dowsing rods. For those who do not know, dowsing rods is a piece of equipment that spirits can manipulate with yes or no questions by crossing the rod for yes and then kind of opening them up for no. I've even used these in the past and had spirits actually direct the rods in the location that the spirits were at. So what you're going to want to do is hold these completely still, ask your questions, and see what type of answers you get. Now here, I just want to ask one question and one question only. If there's any spirits here from the Civil War, I'm inviting you to come up to me and speak. I have one question for you. You can cross these rods for yes and open them up for no. Is there bodies in this pit that's behind me? Cross the rods for yes, open them up for no. can take your time and use your energy. Oh, they're crossing. Look at that. Yes. Wow, that was very slow. That was amazing. Thank you. Wow. That's pretty cool. Alright guys, I'm going to head on over here to the battlefield. We're going to ask some more questions and we're going to break out the recorder, do some EVPs. Alright you guys, where I'm standing at right now is the actual battlefield. Where we came from is the actual Civil War trail. Now this is the same exact location where we were investigating at last time, and in the last episode we were able to communicate with what I believe is a spirit of a child. Now what I wanted to do in this investigation is actually reach out to the soldiers. You know, we got a lot of responses last time where as if they didn't really trust me as much and they didn't really want to open up and speak. We're going to try to break that cycle tonight. So we're going to do a quick dowsing rod session right here at the field, and we're also going to be setting up the camera in night vision mode to see if we can capture anything moving throughout the field tonight. Is there any spirits here from the Civil War that would like to communicate with me tonight? My name is Mikey and I come with love and respect. If you're here and you would like to communicate, can you please cross these rods for yes? You can take your time and use your energy. Wow. Yes. Okay, thank you. Is there any soldiers here that's still fighting in this field? Whether you're from the Union or the Confederate side, are you here with me tonight? Look at that. Wow. Thank you so much. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and reset. Will the soldiers be willing to open up with me tonight and let me know about their story, maybe how they died, and let me know how the war was? Look at that. Thank you. It's pretty cool. It's absolutely amazing stuff, guys. And I'm trying to stay as still as possible. If you could, can you please point these rods in the direction that you're standing right now? Look at that. Oh my God. It's pointing back here towards the field. What? That's crazy. Alright, so what I want to do is I want to break out a voice recorder and kind of ask the same questions. Maybe change up the questions a little bit. See if we can capture any EVPs. Alright you guys, so what I got here is a standard voice recorder. Now this is going to be able to capture EVPs. If you don't know, EVP stands for Electric Voice Phenomenon, which is going to give the ability the spirits to speak and also the ability for me to hear them. Because of course, as us being humans, we cannot physically hear spirits. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. We're going to ask some questions, play it back, and see if we get any responses. Is there any soldiers here from the Civil War? You're really going to have to come up to me and speak into this box that I have in my hand that is going to give me the ability to hear you. Did you die in this field? Are you from the Confederate or the Union? Are you still reliving the events that took place here so long ago? What is your purpose of still being here? Alright you guys, I'm going to go ahead and stop it right there. We're going to go ahead and listen to it back. Is there any soldiers here from the Civil War? You're really going to have to come up to me and speak into this box that I have in my hand that is going to give me the ability to hear you. Did you die in this field? Are you from the Confederate or the Union? Are you still reliving the events that took place here so long ago? Whoa. What is your purpose of still being here? Alright, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and stop it right there. Alright, so I'm going to play that back really quickly. Listen to this. I hear a yes. Are you still reliving the events that took place here so long ago? Yes. That's crazy. What is your purpose? That's absolutely crazy right there. We got one solid yes. It was a very faint. It was a whisper, but it's definitely there. That is absolutely amazing, guys. All right, you guys. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. We cannot have a Mikey's Hauntings episode without breaking out the equipment and asking some questions. It just don't feel natural, folks. So, right over here, I got all the equipment set up. Now, we are in the same exact spot that we were at last time. We are right here off the trail. There's the battlefield right there. Come on over. There's my ghost bag. And there's all the equipment. Now, you guys did want to see a mini series here at this location, so we will be making several videos here throughout this location, throughout this whole piece of property. Now, the reason why I wanted to do it again here is because I do want to give the soldiers a fair chance to come through and speak, considering that they were a little hesitant in the last video. So we want to sit up while it's still daylight, ask some more questions, because tonight, like I've told you, we are going to be setting this camera up on the field, running night vision, and doing all that. So let's go ahead, sit down, ask some questions, and hopefully, fingers crossed, that these soldiers will come through and tell their story. Guys, I just turned on all the equipment and look at this. The Flux 2 is going nuts. The K2 meter is going nuts. Look at that. I haven't even got Spirit Talker running yet. Look at that. It's continuing to flash. That is crazy. All my equipment is malfunctioning. Now, this place right here is off the freaking charts, man. Especially when it comes to paranormal activity. This place is no joke. Look at that. That is freaking crazy. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and turn on Spirit Talker and see what all they have to say. Alright, the K2, I mean not the K2, the Flux 2 is finally working right. Now, as y'all can see, I'm running the two K2 meters, the Flux 2, the REM pod, the REM 1 spike on the K2, a cat ball, and I'm running Spirit Talkers. Hi, my name is Mikey. I came back to this location to speak with some of the soldiers that fought in the Civil War here. Are you here? Whoa, look at that. Thank you. I'm giving you the opportunity to come through and speak. No, you still don't want to speak to me. Guys, I swear to God, the antenna on the REM 1, it looked like it just moved. I'm not even joking. That thing is not stationary like it is on the REM pod. I swear to God, it looked like the antenna just moved a little bit. No, you do not want to speak with me. You can trust me. I'm not here to disrespect you or to mock you. I'm here to get your story. Are you still fighting the war?
Smoke.
Smoke? What do you mean by smoke?
We're listening.
Wow. What can you tell me about what happened here? Did someone come and try to invade this land and push y'all off? Were you battling over this territory? Because like I said, guys, they docked right off the James River that's probably 5 miles from here, which was forcing them to walk all along these trails and through these fields and setting up camp. You know, it was so many years later where they were invaded, you know, and that's where the war started, and it all happened right here. It was confirmed that there was a lot of deaths that took place back here, and it was also confirmed there was a lot of bodies that was buried back here. Is your body one of the bodies that's buried back here? No. Okay. Can you tell me what your name is, please? Were you part of the Confederate Army? No. Were you part of the Union?
Many died here.
Many died here. Look at that. Wow. I know many died here. So were you part of the Union? Now, a lot of y'all had a really good point the last time with the last spirit that we spoke to back here, you know, and y'all said that that maybe this individual wasn't supposed to fight in a war but was forced to. You know, that's a very good possibility. Were you forced to fight this war? Is that why you're so upset? No. Well, what else can you tell me? I'm sure you never had a chance to explain your side of the story. So now's your chance. What can you tell me? What happened?
Elmer.
Who is Elmer? Is that your name? Whose bodies are buried back here? Is it a mixture of both sides? Whoa, okay. So yeah, that's what it seems like, guys. It was all the dead bodies. They just stacked them up on each other. Can you tell me if the bodies are right behind me in that big pit? Whoa, look at that. It's been confirmed. That's twice now it's been confirmed.
Hospital.
It just said hospital. Like I said, guys, stay tuned for part 3 because we are going to be investigating pretty hard at that spot to try to... Flux 2 just went to red. It said hospital and then the Flux 2 went to red. But we're going to be concentrating very hard on that spot and trying to figure out more about that particular section. Red again. Is that you telling me that you do not want to speak to me? You really don't feel comfortable speaking to me? I mean, that's okay if that's what you're trying to tell me. Whoa, that is what you're trying to tell me. You don't want to speak to me. I wish you no harm. I come with peace and love. Now, if you don't want to speak, that's totally up to you. I'm just here to get your side of the story. Like I said, you've never had a chance to explain your side of the story. The war is over with now. This was hundreds of years ago. It is now 2025. Y'all can stop fighting. Whoa. I just heard walking. Hold on, guys. I just freaking heard walking. It's starting to get dark out here, as you can see. Oh,
Hiding here.
you're hiding here. Who's hiding here? What do you mean that you're hiding here? Is someone after you? Is this the child that I spoke to last time? I feel like there's a lot of children spirits here, guys. I don't know why.
Harmony.
Harmony. We got that last time. Harmony. Is that your name? Whoa. So it seems like this is the little girl that I spoke with last time. That's crazy. The same exact spirit. The same exact name that came through. Harmony. Actually, I believe we got a couple different names last time. That could be multiple children. They're kind of just all gathering together. You know what I mean? Maybe they feel safer that way. Now, another thing, guys, is that they mention fire, that they were burned down. You know, they died by fire. So I was thinking, considering it was so common back in the day, that when the invasion happened, that they came and set their huts on fire, set their homes on fire, and they pretty much got trapped and had nothing else. They had nowhere else to go. That just went
Can
to
we
red.
keep talking?
Yes, you can keep talking. It says, can we keep talking? Of course you can keep talking. What else would you like to tell me? Alright, it didn't say it, but it just went to hope. Wow. Do you have a lot of hope of getting out of here? You need to be out of here. You need to go towards the light. You do not deserve to be here. The war is over with. There is no more war. Flux 2 just went to green. You do want to get out of here. Look at that. Look, 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 look. That thing's spiking to green like crazy. Look at that, guys. Now, I had to go ahead and put the light on the camera, guys, but it just said, you're surrounded by love. Wow. Can you guys imagine these children having to relive these events that happened hundreds of years ago? I mean, that's absolutely crazy. Now, this just said dangerous. It said you're surrounded by love. K2 meter's going crazy. It said you're surrounded by love, and then it said dangerous. Am I in danger? Whoa, run pod.
Skeletons.
Skeletons. Look at that. Are you telling me there's skeletons back here? Yes. Wow.
Have memories.
Have memories. Wow. I'm so sorry to hear that. Look at that. What kind of memories do you have from back here? From back in that time frame? Are they good memories? No. Wow, that's so sad, man. Would the soldiers like to come up to me and speak? Maybe share something with me? Maybe about how they died? No. Wow, man. That is... Yes.
I'm intrigued.
I'm intrigued. Who is this? I'm not here to cause any negativity towards you at all. I just want to get your story. That's all I'm doing. I'm giving you the chance to tell me your story. Yes. K2 meter goes. So it first went to red, and it's like someone else came through and like, yes, I will talk. Is this one of the soldiers that fought during the Civil War? Look at that. Wow. Okay. Thank you. Whoa, K2 meter.
I knocked.
You knocked? I did not hear you knock. I cannot physically see you, and I cannot physically hear you. Wow. So it seems like to me one of these soldiers, at least one of them, has came up and volunteered to speak with me, to share his story with me. I'm not sure how much energy he's going to have. K2 meter is going nuts again. I'm not sure how much energy he's going to be able to have or what all he's going to be able to tell me, but I'm here and I'm willing to listen. Can you tell me about the invasion?
family.
I'm with my family. Are you the father to the little girl that's here? That's been speaking with me? Or speaking to me, should I say? Look at the KT meter. Is that a yes? This is the father? So y'all were a family out here. That was a big spike on the K2. Were you kind of forced to be in the war? Maybe you didn't want to be in the war. You didn't want to fight. But once the invasion happened, you were kind of forced to. You were standing up to protect your family. Look at that, guys. Oh my God. That is a grade A response right there. Look at that KT meter. Wow. I understand completely what you're saying. I'm sure that was very, very hard for you. Whoa, there's something walking over there. Whoa, that just went to green. Okay. So I said that could have been very hard for you. Flux 2
Morris.
went to green. Morris. Was that your last name? I am all over the freaking place, guys. I swear to God, this place is something else, especially when it gets dark out here. My goodness gracious. Morris. That sounds like a last name. Yes. Wow. Thank you.
17.
You were 17? Oh, wow. This is one of the kids, guys. Maybe this wasn't the dad. Maybe this was the brother to the little girl. That would make a lot more sense. They were family. So you were the one that was forced to be in this war. You were only 17 years old. That is freaking nuts, dude. I mean, can you guys imagine that? Is that what happened? You had to stand up for your family? Whoa, REM pod. Look at the REM pod. That thing just started beeping.
Residual energy.
Residual energy again. So that's exactly what happened. You were standing up for your family. Yes. Wow. No. That's crazy. It's like mixed answers right there. Oh, it went back to green. Look at that. It went back to green. I'm telling you what, this is absolutely crazy. To know that,
Need trust.
need trust. I've been saying that they need my trust, that they can trust me. You can trust me. I'm here with good intentions. I promise you. But what I was saying is, this young guy was here protecting his sister and probably his parents. I don't even know if the parents were around. Maybe the dad was in the war. I'm not sure. But the invasion happened and he had to be forced to fight, And unfortunately, it was probably what caused his death. Also said his name was Morris, which sounds like a last name. Now, in military terms, guys, even back then, they would, introduce themselves by their last name. That's a common thing.
Sarah.
Sarah. I do believe that was her name, the little girl. I do believe that's the same name we got last time. That's crazy. Yes, look at that. I was just talking about the sister.
I like to talk.
I know you do. Thank you. I enjoy talking to you. Is there anything else you would like to tell me? About what happened or anything? No? Alright, well, I want to run a device real quick and maybe I'll be able to see you. Alright guys, so what I'm going to do really quickly is I'm going to break out the SLS. I'm going to see if we can see these spirits that's right here in front of me.
Sarah.
Sarah again. Look at that. It's her. Absolutely incredible. Look at the K2. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and run SLS, guys. Sarah, can you show yourself, please? Right there. Look at that, right in front of me. Thank you so much. Look at that, guys. Right here in front of me. Wow. Thank you, Sarah. Look at the KT meter. It was just spiking. Whoa, look at that. That is so freaking cool. And she's standing right there. Can you wave at me? Can you wave? Oh, there's two of them. That was the brother and the sister. KT meter just spiked again too. You can see the spirit right next to the equipment. KT meter just confirmed it. Look, look, look. That is absolutely insane. Guys, if you look at the K2. Look at the K2, guys. You can see the spirit right next to it touching it. How incredible is that? Guys, if you're enjoying the video, please go ahead and hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure your post notifications on. You do not want to miss anything that's coming from this series. This place is a hot spot. Look at that KT meter spiking while that spirit's standing right there next to it touching it. That's some class A evidence right there, guys. That is absolutely incredible. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. And they're gone. Oh, she's back. It's like she's tucking her head, like she's hiding. And the head comes up and it tucks down. She's moving all around. Look at that. Thank you so much. Thank you. If there's any spirits out here from the Civil War, you can walk in front of my camera. I might be able to see you. Just walk on out. Try to show yourself. Guys, look at that. Look right here. Does that not look like something standing there? Look. Look at it. It's right here. That looks like a child standing in the field. Look at that. It goes blurry when I zoom in on it. Oh, wow. Hello? Look, there's two of them now. There's two of them right here. There's two of them. Oh, look at that. They're gone. They're completely gone. Wow. They're gone. That was like two white mist right there. Right in the middle. Holy shit. They're gone. Alright, you guys. I got a serious question for you. What we just saw, was that the spirit of the girl that I've been communicating with? And did you see how that second image kind of came up to her and they were like standing there holding hands? Is there another sister involved? Maybe there was a brother and two girls, maybe it was three children, and you know, maybe they're just standing out there in the field. That was absolutely crazy, but you could kind of see the silhouette of a dress. The other one was a little smaller, like a smaller sister. But that is amazing how that one was standing there, and next thing you know, another one just pops up beside of her. And it's like they're standing there holding hands. I told you guys, this location is absolutely insane. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please go ahead and hit that like button. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Stay tuned for part 3 because shit is going to get turned up a notch for sure. So, love you guys to death. Remember to keep it spooky, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.